Hello! This is a test that I'm probably going to upload to my YouTube channel of me opening some packs. There's a little too much of my belly showing. So I'm going to try and... yeah, that's probably better. That's probably better. So we're going to open up some packs that I just bought pretty recently. Well, not these ones. These are older packs. I don't even know what's... Look, I haven't even looked up what's in these packs. I don't know what could be in these packs. And so, I'm just going to open these up for the first time. I'll read out what they are. This bad boy. Focus. Focus. Hocus pocus focus. Hocus pocus focus. Hocus pocus focus. Hocus. It's not working. Usually I can cast a spell. Oh, there it is. Called Hocus Pocus Focus, and it focuses the card. If at least 3 white... I'm just reading it off the screen to make sure that you guys can read it. No, I'm just going to read it from my hand. If at least 3 white mana was spent to cast this spell, Arrow to Veil Paladin enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. So, if you have this in an all-white deck, it's a 3/6 for 4. Which is alright. It's a common. Can go in a human knight deck, I guess. I don't even know if those exist. I don't know what the meta is. Ooh, I like how this one looks really glossy, despite the fact that it's just a common. What is this even called? Reaper of the Night? Hocus Focus! The setup is so bad. Hocus Focus! You know what, let's just blaze through these, okay? I'll just read these out, and you'll have to trust me. This is Reaper of the Night. It is a 6 mana card, 2 black, 5 colorless. It is a 4/5. Again, this is strapped to my chest, so it's going to be hard for it to focus when I'm moving around. So I'm going to try not to move around so much. It's got a... What? Whenever Reaper of the Night attacks, if defending player... Did they... No. So this is just like a new effect. Okay. Because I thought that they had a new thing going on. When this attacks, defending player has 2 fewer cards in hand. It gains flying until end of turn. So if the defending player has 2 or fewer cards in hand, this gains flying. This would actually go pretty well in my indirect death deck, which the goal of it is to get your opponent to discard all of his cards and then cancel all his cards and make him suffer for eternity. Harvest Fear. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Jesus Christ, this is so good. Then exile this card. You may cast this creature later from exile. What? What in the world? I don't know if that's a good ability. But it's a 4/5 with flying in my indirect death deck, so that'll be nice. 2, Return to Nature. This is like a bog standard card. This is like a reprint, essentially. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, exile target card from a graveyard. Choose one. I mean, Brimstone Trebuchet. This is a wall. This is an artifact creature wall. 3 mana, 2 colorless, 1 red, 1/3. Defender Reach. Brimstone Trebuchet deals 1 damage to each opponent if you tap it. Okay. Whenever a knight enters the battlefield, under your control, untap Brimstone Trebuchet. That could be really good in a burn deck, just a straight up burn deck. Golden Egg for 2. When Golden Egg enters the battlefield, draw a card. Hocus Focus. Hocus Focus. Get it in focus, and then pull it up slowly. Wow. There we go. When Golden Egg enters the battlefield, draw a card. Pay 1 and tap to sacrifice Golden Egg. Add 1 mana of any color. Pay 2 and tap, sacrifice Golden Egg. You may gain 3 life. Okay. Okay, that's all I have to say about that one is okay. Tall as a beanstalk. Interesting. 4 mana, 3 colorless, 1 green. Enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +3/+3. Has reach. And is a giant in addition to its other types. That's an interesting addition. I don't know how that's useful currently. I don't have the knowledge of Magic the Gathering to know why that's useful, but apparently it is. I love how you can tell that I'm talking because the camera is moving. That's funny. Vantress Paladin. 4 mana. You know what I could do? I could just do like freaking instead of attaching it to my thing, I could just like have it pal around. Flying. If at least 3 blue mana was spent to cast the spell, Vantress Paladin enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. If at least 3. So this is the same thing as the one that we saw before. Except it's flying and it's a 2/2 that becomes a 3/3. Look at the glare. Wow. This is a great spot to be showcasing my my cards. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful glare. Yummy, yummy. I can almost see what... I can almost make out... Oh, look at that. I can almost see what that creature actually is. Wow, that's incredible. I bet if I do that with an angel, it'll actually look pretty cool. But right now it's a bad look. I could I could show cards off at an angle. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna be better? It looks like it's focusing a lot better. Like, oh nope! Just as I say that, just as I speak of the devil, he doth appear. Okay. These are some sexy cards. I don't even know what audio capture device I'm using. And that's a problem, because it could be my horrible, horrible capture device. I did not set this up properly. Okay, let's put that aside. We've got Idicil Grange. Grange? I have no idea what that's called. I don't know, I have no concept of how to pronounce both of those words. Idyllic? Grange. I have no idea. So it's plains, so tap for a white mana. Idyllic Grange enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more other planes. What does that mean? Why isn't it 3 or more planes? Why is it 3 or more other planes? So you can't have 3 idyllic grands? I don't know. I don't understand this card. The wording on this card is a little bit strange. So, yeah, I'm just confused. When this enters the battlefield, untap, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. When this enters the battlefield untapped, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Again, so I don't really have a concept of how this would be used because I don't really understand the parameters that are set below there. I don't know if it needs to be just 3 of any other planes, or it has to be different planes, or it has to be 3 different kinds of planes. Like, if it was just if you control 3 planes, I would like completely understand what this card is saying. But the fact that it says you control 3 or more other planes, it's a lot of words that makes me think that there's another kind of restriction that I can't like, but I can't parse what it is. I can't parse the restriction. All right. Lochthwain Gargoyle, 1 mana, 0/3. That's all right. 4 mana, Lochthwain Gargoyle gains +2/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. I was gonna say it's not good, but gains flying is pretty good. So if you pay 8 colorless, here's the thing about the insanity of some of these cards. This card is not that insane, but some cards with the pay something and then you get to do a thing, they can get out of control. This one does not look like it can get out of control. It will just give your gargoyle +4, +0 for 8 mana. And then scale to 12 mana, it's just... the returns on it are so bad. But it's pretty worth it for the first 4, because you also gain flying. And that can be a pretty big advantage. Especially hitting some of the early game creatures. So on 4, you're going to have a pretty good defender available in the air. I mean, he's not great, but he's not the worst. Wondermare. 1 mana, 1 colorless, 1 green, 1 white. 3 mana total. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, put a 1/1 counter on Wondermare. It doesn't need to have gone on the adventure for... What kind of set do I have here? Is this a gimmick set? What is an adventure? I don't know what that means. It's a 3/3 for 3, which is really good, and it has an additional ability. 3/3 for 3 actually is not the greatest, but the fact that it has an additional ability makes it sound pretty good. I don't know what the adventure means, so I have no idea how this will function. But it sounds okay to start with. 5 mana, 3/3, those are bad stats. Trample, haste, that's okay. When Burning Yard Trainer enters the battlefield, another target knight you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. Jeez. Okay, this guy could be pretty threatening in the right deck. This guy is a human knight, and the trebuchet we saw before also synergized with knights. So, yeah, this guy could get out of hand. If there's enough of a deck around him, this could get out of hand. Oh, these are the adventures here. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Beanstalk's giants' power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Okay. So, 7, he's going to be a 7/7 if you put him down on turn 7. Of course, you could ramp. So, it could be like turn 4, and you play a 7/7. But either way, you're getting about the creature that you expect to get. I have Hydras that are way, way better than this. And some of them are not even that good. But then shuffle your library. I don't understand how adventure could be good with that text on the bottom. Let me just try to get it. Hocus focus. Hocus focus. Come on. Where's my hocus focus? I cast the spell. I said the magic word. Hocus focus. It really, really, really does not want to focus right now. It really is fighting me. I just want to show off the text on the bottom, okay? Just let me show off the text on the bottom. Hocus. Oh, my computer's monitor just shut off. And now I can't see my display. I don't know if my display is not working or what's going on, but I don't see anything. I don't see any motion on my OBS. So I'm going to unplug it, plug it back in. Are you working? Hello, baby. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtown gal. It does not appear to be working. Well, that is troublesome. What if I were to just, minimize this? What if it's a Streamlabs OBS thing? If I minimize it and bring it back... Because if I were to unplug this again... It's going to change position, right? We could change capture device we could just straight up go to properties. Hello, where are you? Thank you, properties. Let's just switch to the webcam. Wow, that's beautiful, beautiful quality. Now that is the high quality entertainment that we're looking for. That is, je ne sais quoi, as the kids say these days. Done. Look at that beauty. Look at that beautiful, beautiful webcam quality. Now let's go back over here. And now it doesn't even recognize my good webcam. It is not. My good webcam is fighting me. Please, oh please. Good webcam, please. No? Well, this is the most disappointing thing since my son. Deactivate. Activate? Look at that. Look at that. There we go. We are back. Look at how fast I can go. I'm the fastest man alive. I troubleshooted that problem so quick. But now we have to try and get it to focus. There. Oh! That's all we needed. This card. This exiles. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. So I have to pay another 7 mana to get this creature out, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's how it works, but that's how it sounds it works. And if that's how this works, that's awful. It's actually really, really bad. Woohoo! We have our first rare. X, which means you can pay any amount of mana, as long as, of course, you have that mana on the field. And 2 blue. Oh, hocus focus. It's called Stolen by the Fae. Oh, there we go. Come on, you are so close. Return target creature with converted mana cost X. So the converted mana cost of this card would probably be 2 mana. I genuinely don't know what the converted mana cost of this is, because it's got the X, but I imagine it would be 2 mana. For something like, let's see, this one, the converted mana cost for this would be 7, because it's 6 colorless and 1 green. So, return target creature with converted mana cost X. If it's to its owner's hand, you create X 1/1 blue Fey creature tokens with flying. Okay, that's nice. That'll be pretty good. I can put that in my indirect death deck, and it will probably work. And then we've got our shiny 3 mana, 1/3, human warlock. When Tempting Witch enters the battlefield, create a food token. It's an artifact with pay 2, tap it, and sacrifice this artifact to gain 3 life. Sacrifice a food, target player loses 3 life. Okay. So this will manipulate the food tokens that you have. This is the only creature that I have that uses food tokens, so it's not particularly useful to me. And we have, last but not least, the Mountain. And then we also have this, which is like a promo card, which I can use to back like proxy cards if I want to. Okay. New pack. See, this is where I need to put it. This is where I need to hang it up. Okay. It's hung. Should I do it on that side or this side? Let's do it on this side. Let's do it on that side, because that side felt like it was giving way. Okay, it looks like no sides are giving way. No sides want to give way today. Okay, that one. This guy is really fighting me. Ooh. Look at that. Beautiful. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's on hook. We have a 2 mana, 3/1. Rimrock Knight, can't block. It is a... what? It is a Dwarf Knight. It's got an adventure, which is Boulder Rush. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And then exile this card. You may cast this creature later from exile. I mean, that seems like the best adventure that we've seen. Because it's a low-cost card. And it's got the Boulder Rush instant for 1 mana. So this is all low cost. And this works with the Knight cards that we've seen before. Please, Hocus Focus. Hocus Focus. Your place is now a Tokus. Okay, we're not going to focus. You'll just have to trust me on Rimrock Knight. Seems alright. Outflank. 1 mana, 1 white mana. Outflank deals damage to target attacking or blocking creature equal to the number of creatures you control. I'm actually talking away from... What if I do this? What if I move my setup here? Wow, that glare is so much worse. And what if I angle it so that there isn't so much glare? Maybe that was the best idea all along. Outflank. Deals damage to target attacking or blocking creature equal to the number of creatures you control. I've seen cards similar to this. I think there's Outnumber, which I've seen before, which is pretty common. So this is like a reprint, except for it's white. And white has a similar aesthetic to red in this sense that, like, the amount of creatures you control is important. Doesn't usually deal damage, but because it's in white, I think it's not as valuable, just because white doesn't have as many synergies to things that, like, are damage spells, you know? A little disappointing. We've seen this guy before, Reaper of the Night, so I don't need to read any of this. Another 7 mana card, 4/5. We have we just saw this. How many cards are in this set? Are there 20 cards in this set? What is going on? Excuse me. This is Tall as a Beanstalk, which we saw before. Okay, so this is a different witch. Okay. Barrow Witches. When Barrow Witches enters the battlefield, return target night card from your graveyard to your hand. Gotta keep readjusting because I forget about the glare. So 3/4 for 5. That seems alright. I don't know what kind of deck it would go into, but it would be pretty good in whatever deck it is in. Weapon Rack. Weapon Rack, 4 mana. Weapon Rack enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on it. Move a 1/1 counter from Weapon Rack onto target creature. Activate this ability only any time you could cast a sorcery. Okay, so this has its limitations, and it doesn't seem that great. I'm gonna be honest. There are probably better decks, better cards that sort of function like this, that can be put in a deck. This technically can be put in any deck, though, so it's not like it's... I think the ones that are mostly +1/+1 are white and green, and I think also blue usually use it. Actually, black uses it too. So it could be useful, but I doubt it. Beloved Princess, 1 mana. Lifelink, Beloved Princess can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. 1/1. It seems like not a great turn 1 play. I guess you would like need to like buff it a lot. Like, this could be really good at the end game, and you can just buff it a lot. So it can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater, so you're going to have to block it with a bunch of chumps. So it could be good, but I'd have to see it in action to know if it's good or not. We've seen this guy before. He's the 2/2 flyer that has the +1/+1 counter if you pay like 3 blue to cast it. So, Henge Walker, 3 mana, 2/2. It has the same ambient of spend at least 3 mana of the same color was spent to cast this spell. So, he's a 3/3 for 3 golem artifact creature. Do with that what you will. I really don't know the use of that. It seems like such a small benefit for an artifact creature. Don't do this. Okay. No, stop. I don't know why my computer is doing this. Glass Casket, 1 mana, 1 colorless, 1 white, 2 mana total. When Glass Casket enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less until Glass Casket leaves the battlefield. So this is like a standard, like, exile minion until this leaves the battlefield. I feel like there are tons of these, just littered throughout Magic's history. And they do various things, but they all sort of amount to the same thing. This seems like a fairly effective version of that. There is, like, green has effective destruction of artifacts, red has effective destruction of artifacts, black can have some artifact destruction in it. Like, everything has an ability to destroy artifacts. Like, there are some cards that can do that. But yeah. So it's okay. It's an okay card. Giant Opportunity. 3 mana, 2 colorless, 1 green. You may sacrifice 2 foods. Oh, this is our second food card. If you do, create a 7/7 green giant creature token. Otherwise, you create 3 food. Otherwise, create 3 food tokens. So you're like bumping up your foods. That seems okay. It's a sorcery, so it's actually not okay. The 7/7 is way better. Yeah, and then it just tells you what a food is, and we already know what a food is. Loch Dragon. 4 mana. Could be blue, could be red. Whatever your flavor of the month. Creature Dragon, flying. When Loch Dragon enters the battlefield or attacks, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. This is a cycle. Cycle is really good, except for if you have the card Tybalt, which is what I learned when I first started playing Magic the Gathering. I was like, oh, I'll trade this for my first ever Planeswalker. I'll trade one of my really good cards for the first ever Planeswalker that I get. And he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Well, it was Tybalt. It was Tybalt, the worst Planeswalker of all time. This is a 3/2 dragon. This is way better than Tybalt because it can actually function as a creature. 3/2 flying for 4 with this ability seems pretty good. Seems pretty good to me. We have a Stone Coil Serpent. Ooh. X mana. Reach, trample, protection from multicolor. That's a lot. Stone Coil Serpent enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it, which is how much you spent for it. So if you spend 5 mana, it's a 5/5 with reach, trample, protection from multicolored creatures. Or you could pay 10 mana for this, and you get a 10/10. So this seems really... This does seem actually really powerful. And then we've got our shiny. Defiant Silence. 1 mana. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell this turn. Okay. Spell each turn. I was confused because I read it this turn, and I was like, this is an enchantment, though. What does that mean? But it's each turn. Look at that beautiful rainbow gloss. And lastly, we have Mountain. And a token. 7/7 giant token for our giant opportunity. Okay, so now we just pin this back up. You know what? You know what I could do? I could probably just like do this. This is probably going to be better. It's probably going to be less taxing on me physically if I just try and like set it up here. Wow, that feels so much better. Okay. I'm liking that. So these cards are mostly going to end up in a collection. Oh, there's some trash on the floor over there. These cards are mostly going to end up in a collection. So we don't really need to worry about the cost of these cards, but I am going to search out the cost for these at the end, just to see what they are. So this is our first card. This is True Love's Kiss. What if I get it to just like... I don't know how to get this particular camera to focus in one particular spot. So I can just like this is it. This is what you're getting. Exile target artifact or enchantment, draw a card for 4 mana. That seems like it's a worse version of things that are already on the market for white. I think white has way better versions of this. I think part of the out of focus is that I don't have like a proper light over here, like a proper light source. 2 mana, Wishful Merfolk 3/2 Defender. This is what we got here. Wishful Merfolk loses Defender and becomes a human until end of turn? Oh. You know what that is, right? You know what that's a thing about? It's a Little Mermaid story. It seems like it doesn't, like it seems like it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what kind of deck would use merfolk and humans together in this way? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. 2 mana, 2/1. Blood Haze Wolverine. No, it's not Wolverine like the Marvel character. It's just a regular old Wolverine. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Blood Haze Wolverine gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until end of turn. Now that my baby, that is a card that you can make a deck around. Holy crap, it is a common 2/1 that can get buffed up when you draw extra cards. So that dragon that we saw before, whenever that dragon enters the battlefield or attacks, it buffs this card, because that is going to be the second card that you draw this turn. I almost just dropped that out of the stack. But that bad boy seems like it could be pretty broken, actually. I don't know why that card's just a common. That seems pretty crazy. What is this one? This one's Fortifying Provisions. And I feel like I had much better focus when I was just holding the cards. There it is. Wow, that's beautiful. Enchantment. Creatures you control get +0/+1 when Fortifying Provisions enters the battlefield. Create a food token. So we've got another food token creator here. That just seems okay. It just does not seem very good. I don't know why the food tokens would be good other than synergizing with other food tokens. Like, if this card, you could do something to synergize. Like, if you could sacrifice a food to give creatures you control +0/+1, that would be nuts. But as it is, this card is just kind of meh. This will activate food, cards that interact with food, and that's about it. Maybe it'll save a couple of your creatures from death, but unlikely. It's unlikely to happen. Try and get this to focus. It's a black card, so it's probably not going to focus very well. Lash of Thorns. 1 Black. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. Alright. That seems pretty good. Like, that seems just like a straight up good card. Like, common? Hello? What? Kind of breaking the game over here. Alright, let's get Hocus Focus. Your fort is now a focus? Oh, there we go. Nope. And we lost it. We lost it. We lost the focus. It is hard to know, like, where you're moving when you're looking at, like, your hand opposite of the way that it's going. Because it's flipped on my screen. And I'm trying to get it to see better on the screen. Fine, I'll just read it. It's Spore Cap Spider. 3 mana. 1/5 reach. I mean, it's a decent spider. I mean, spiders are pretty good. Reach is a pretty good ability. So it's pretty good. It's a 1/5. It's a defender. Even though it doesn't have defender on it, it's clearly that's the design. Come on, bad boy. Give me my Hocus Focus. Hocus Focus. Hocus Focus. Focus? If I were to angle it like this. Hocus Focus. This is the worst stream of all. This would be the worst stream of all time, let's be honest. This is just a Jousting Dummy. It's a 2 mana 2/1. You pay 3. Jousting Dummy gets +1/+0 until end of turn, which is bad. Scarecrow Knight. It's a knight, so it activates your knight cards. It's just bad. Ardenvale Tactician. 2 white, 1 colorless, 2/3 flying. It's a knight as well. It has Adventure. It's an adventure card. And it has Dazzling Swoop, 1 colorless, 1 white. Tap 2 target creatures, and then exile this card. Blah, blah, blah. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Okay. I mean, okay. Like, it's okay. Like, I have no idea why they are called adventures. Like, it does not make any sense. Like, why is Dizzying Swoop an adventure? Yes, they tapped 2 creatures. That was quite an adventure they went on. It's a little frustrating that they didn't save, like, something a little bit, like, greater for the good old adventure tag. That's what we get from the adventure tag is that garbage. Knight of the Keep. 2 colorless, 1 white, 3 total. It is a 3/2 human knight. Meh. It's a 3 mana 3/2. That's what you get. That's what white gets. That's what it gets all the time. All the time, every day, white gets. Oh, holy crap! I just saw it refocus like crazy. Oh, please. You were right there. Just come on. Oh, I saw it. No. It really does not want to focus on... Like, it wants to focus on this card and also doesn't want to focus on this card. Oh, we're so close. Unexpected Vision. 5 mana, draw 3 cards. Ambient. If at least 3 blue mana was spent to cast a spell, scry 3. This is okay. This is an okay use of Ambient. The fact that this is a different, like, effect than the other ones makes sense. Because, of course, it's not a creature, and you can't give it +2/+2. But it makes sense with the sort of idea of the card. It's an alright draw. ability for blue. You have lots of other options to draw with blue, and so that one might fall by the wayside, but let's see. We just need a better light source in this direction. We just need, like, but I don't have any place to hang my my thing over here, over in this direction. If you can see my shadow. Over that way, I don't have any place to hang it, and I can't really hold it and do, like, I can hold it and do this at the same time and focus, but it is harder than doing it here. And I can't open up the packs as well. But alas, this is what, oh no. Och no, you're cut. That's a quote from, what is it? Return of the Obra Dinn. It is, I have no idea why I keep quoting that particular line. We're back! Oh my goodness, we're back. Okay, so, a mating fairy. Animating fairy. It is a 3 mana 2/2 with flying. It's a fairy. And it says, bring to life is the adventure. And so for 3 mana as well, target non-artifact creature you control becomes a 0/0. Artifact creature, put 4 1/1 counters on it. So that could be pretty good if you have a token deck. If you have a Thopter and you turn it into one of these bring to life creatures, then you're golden. Okay, you have a 4/4 now. Of course, a Thopter could be more useful because it actually has flying. But, I mean, it's okay. Let's be honest, it's not very good. If the adventure works the way that I think it does, it's not very good. Elite Headhunter. We have a Rakdos card. Juicy. Black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red. Ooh, red, black. 2/3. Creature, human knight. It has menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. 3 red, black mana. You can pay that right there. To use this ability, sacrifice another creature or an artifact. Elite Headhunter deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Okay. Disappointing. Okay, with Elite Headhunter, like, Elite Headhunter is just gonna kill Tybalt. That's all he's gonna do. I mean, do we have a trash bin? Can we just throw him in the trash bin? This one's got a fancy border on it. You can't see it. Let's see if I can get it to focus, because I want you to actually see. It's got, like, that fancy top to the border. I don't know why that is. This does not seem like a particular... Oh, it's apparently a legendary creature, despite the fact that it is not a legendary card. It is not a rare card. It is just it's just an uncommon. So I don't know how this could be a legendary creature. It is 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever Cern Freyan, the hamburger... Can you see that? It says hamburger. No, it does not. It says henge hammer. Could you imagine if they actually called the card hamburger? Oh my gosh, that would be absurd. But attack whenever Sir Farron, the hamburger, attacks. Another target attacking creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is Sir Farron's power. That is a very good ability. Very good. I respect Sir Hamburger. Once Upon a Time is our rare. 1 colorless, 1 green. If this spell is the first spell you've cast this game, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Now that is a dangerous ability to be on many spells, but we'll see if it's dangerous on this one. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them, and put them into your hand. The rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. That's actually really good because if you have this in your starting hand, you can get set up for a good turn, like a good start. So this could be really good. This could be really, really good for your deck. And we just have a forest at the end. And promo card. We can actually just crumple this one up. I don't need any more of these. Didn't make it into my trash can. You can see garbage right on the floor right over there. I do believe that is the end of those packs. Now we have these 2020 packs that I just bought. They're fresh, they're new, they're minted. I don't know what that means. They're not in mint condition. They're just new packs. So we've got the Core 2021 for some reason. We've got Ikoria, and Core 2020. And Zendikar Rising. I literally have no concept of what could be in any of these packs. And you know what? Let's actually search up what kind of packs are these? I don't even know what websites I should search up to see their value. MTG card value. Value tracker? Value tracker? Is that going to work? Price tracker. Magic sets. I don't want to watch an ad, thank you very much. Zendikar Rising. Corset Theros. Thrones of Eldraine. I don't know if it's foil or not. This came out in 2019. So I've been holding onto these bad boys for a while. Let's go ahead and check the Great Henge. Ooh. Wait. Got Once Upon a Time. I swear I read Henge somewhere. Spoiled Stone Serpent. I must have read it somewhere else. It must have been on a different card. Once Upon a Time. Oh, yeah. Henge Hammer. Henge Hammer. That's the one I was thinking of. Not the same. Stone Spoiled Serpent is 4 mana. Or not 4 mana, $4. This bad boy is 4 buckaroons, which is generally not very good. Don't play random video, please. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I should get my sleeves, shouldn't I? If we're actually gonna value these cards, I should get my sleeves. Yeah. I'll go downstairs and get my sleeves. And this is going to be like I'm just going to upload a stream that was never streamed. So, I'm just going to leave this in. Okay, this is the go get water break. Okay, everyone? Get water. Drink some water. Drink your water. Actually, first off, I'm going to check what the other ones are. The other good ones. Stolen by Fae. Stolen by the Fae. Its price is 24 cents. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Once Upon a Time. And we're looking at $1.44. $2 for that one. Do we have any foils that could be good? Did we get any good foils? Probably not. Oh, that one is a rare foil, which could actually be good. you know? A rare foil could be valuable. Not a rare. Uncommon foil. If I had a rare foil, that'd be pretty sick. I'd be in the money. And common. So they're all common foils. Except for one. So we could be Deafening Silence foil. Deafening Silence foil, probably pretty low. 149. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my sleeves, and we're going to continue this opening. I work at like 7 in the morning tomorrow, so I'm not going to get a whole ton of sleep, but that's alright. I should probably throw this away. I have had these bad boys, these sleeves, for like 5 years. These are nostalgic sleeves for me. Pretty sure my friends would know these bad boys. I'd whip these bad boys out, and they'd know what was coming for them. Do I really need Stolen by the Fae? Isn't that the one that was like really bad? Like it was priced with 25 cents. Its price was worse than a foil of commons. Jeez. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, that's right. These bad boys. We're just gonna do these quickly. Oof. I shouldn't have. Yeah, I tore that badly. That was a bad tear. This is so gross. Such a gross way to open that. And look at that. We have Magic the Gathering exposed on the back, which is not a great sign. Because usually they're supposed to be facing, from what I understand, they're supposed to be facing out when you rip that open. I don't think there's any resealing going on, because I just bought them from the store. Smite the Monstrous, this is a very, this is a reprinted card. 3 colorless, 1 white. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater instant. This is just like standard. This is a standard card. You just have to put it back in to the roundup. This is a Scorch Rider, 3 mana or 4 mana total, 3 colorless, 1 red. It is a 4/3 with a kicker. Pay 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 red. You may pay an additional 2 mana as you cast this spell. When Scorch Rider enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, it gains haste until end of turn. Which is like the only turn that it needs haste, really. Let's be honest. When it enters the battlefield. That's the only turn it needs haste. So that's what we got right there. It seems like an okay card. Probably work pretty well in a rush deck, but again, a rush deck, does it really need to get to turn 5, 6? 6 is when you're going to use this with the kicker. Are you going to really need that? The answer is no. The answer is no. Into the Royal. This is another card that I've seen before. 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 blue. Instant kicker. Pay 1 colorless. It looks like we're getting a lot of kicker cards with this set, so that's interesting. 1 colorless, 1 blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If the spell was kicked, draw a card. So, 4 mana, return target creature to its owner's hand, and draw a card. Which is okay. It's an okay card. It cycles itself. And it does another purpose as well. It's not going to focus. Hocus Focus? No, my Hocus Focus powers are out of... or Hocus Pocus right now. Dauntless Survivor. 1 colorless, 1 green. It's a 1/1. When Dauntless Survivor enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Which, okay. It's a human wizard. I really don't know where to put this. Like, it just seems like a not great card. Mediocre at best. This is Expedition Skulker. 1 colorless, 1 black. You've got a lot of 2 mana cards coming up. Or, not, yeah, 2 mana total. 2/2. Expedition Skulker has Death Touch as long as you control another rogue, which seems like an odd condition. So this goes in a rogue deck, which I have not seen before. I guess they were trying to push this with black. Or they are, because this is the new sets. I don't know if that's going to go well. I don't know if I've read any other rogues. We got 2 warriors. 2 warriors, and this is the only rogue that I've seen. We've only seen 1 black card, so there could be more rogues in this set, but this one's Disenchant, which I believe is another card that we've just seen this card before. It's a 1 colorless, 1 white, 2 total. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's just like a standard card. It's just a standard card. Just your normal, average, everyday card. I'm going to actually try and do more expressiveness with this hand. Because right now this hand is just kind of resting here and itching. Yes, that's exactly what you want to see on your live streams. Just a man itching his leg. Turn Timber Ascetic. I don't know. That's the way that I'm going to read it, okay? That's the reading that you're going to get from me. That is the way that I'm going to pronounce it, and that is the way that you're going to have to understand it, okay? It's 5 mana total, 4 colorless, 1 green. It's a giant cleric. When Turn Timber Ascetic enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. It's a 5/4 for 5. It seems okay. Maybe just a creature that you stuff into one of your Selesnya decks. I don't know. 2 colorless, Stonework Pack Beast. It is a 2/1 artifact creature beast. Stone Pack Beast is also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. We got our second rogue, guys. We got a... I forget there is a card that also does this, but I forget exactly what it is. It's like a shapeshifter or something that can also be other things. 2 colorless, add 1 mana of any color. Whoa! Now that seems like it's pretty powerful. If put in the right hands, that ability could be pretty powerful. Colorless abilities cost 1 less. That was just a suggestion. If there's any card that has that would this bad boy will be OP with that. Just get 2 of those, whatever they are, on the battlefield. This bad boy can just print money. Print mana. 1/2. 1 colorless, or what am I saying? It's a 2/1, 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 black. Malakir Blood Priest. Creature, vampire cleric. When Malakir Blood Priest enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures in your party. A party consists of up to 1 of each cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard. Or cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, which is very strange.
I am very confused. I don't understand. And I want to go home. Cleansing Wildfire. 2 mana. This is another 2 mana card. Here, let me just pull out all of the 2 mana common cards that we've had so far. We've had, out of this pack, 5, 6, 7 2 mana cards. 2 mana cards reign supreme, I guess, in this set. 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 red, Cleansing Wildfire, sorcery, destroy target land. If its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle their library. Draw a card. So this bad boy can get rid of one of your guys' guild gates and replace it with just a regular, normal-ass land. That actually seems pretty effective. That could be effective in a lot of situations where you just want to sort of, you just want to mess with your opponent a little bit. You just want to play with their head, with their head a little bit, and make them regret some of their life decisions. You can put that card in your deck and make them cry a little inside when they lose their really impressive land that also has a flip side that becomes a giant monster, eldritch monster. You know, you can just destroy that land and crush their dreams and make them wish they were never born. Jesus, that got really dark. I made that really dark for no reason. Rockslide Sorcerer. 4 mana total, 3 colorless, 1 red, 3/3, creature human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or wizard spell, Rockslide Sorcerer deals 1 damage to any target, which seems okay. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell. I mean, it seems okay, but it's probably going to get targeted by, like, card removal. It seems like a pretty powerful ability that someone's going to want to get away pretty quickly. We've got Attended Healer. 4 mana, 3 colorless, 1 white. 2/3. Creature Core Cleric. That is not a thing that I expected to see, but it is another core creature. I guess core is back in this set. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white cat creature token. Pay 3, 2 colorless, 1 white. 2 colorless, 1 white. You can't really see it very well, but that's what it says. Another target cleric gains lifelink until end of turn. So this synergizes with itself, and it summons tokens, which is pretty good for white. I think that it's a mid-tier card, but it could be pretty good. I just might not know it yet. We've got a instant land? What? Oh, it's a land as well. Aha! See, this is the card that you can destroy and make them cry. Spikefield Hazard. 1 mana, 1 red. Instant. Spikefield Hazard deals 1 damage to any target. If a permanent dealt damage this turn, or this way, would die this turn, exile it instead. So you just exile, it's 1 mana exile a creature, essentially. Because there's no situation in which you don't do this after you've attacked. And the creature is at 1 health, and the person is so proud of the fact that, or is just content with the fact that your creature died and theirs didn't. You just play this and ruin their day. But I don't know how you would get to the other side of this. Spikefield Cave enters the battlefield tapped to add 1. This it's just a normal land. It's just a normal. Do not destroy this land. This is not the land you want to target, actually. Because this land is technically worse than the other. I have no idea how you flip this card to the other side. I don't know if you just, like, cast it. Like, I don't understand this card. I don't know how it functions. And now we have a rare card. This is it looks like it's a Hydra. Or it's a serpent.
Verazole, the Split Current. Pay X and a green and a blue. That is a very foreboding idea. X and green and blue, that is, for a rare card, that sounds like it's going to be really bad. I mean, not really bad. It's going to be really good. So we'll read it and we'll see if it's really good. Verzola, the Split Current, enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each mana spent to cast it. Okay. When you cast a kicked spell, you may remove 2 1/1 counters from Verzole. If you do, copy that spell. Oh. You may choose new targets for the copy. Oh. So this is broken. This can get pretty broken. And the reason is because you don't just get +1/+1 on this creature, like +1/+1 counters on this creature, and that's the only thing you're going to get. You're not going to pay 6 and get a 4/4 and then use his ability. No, you're going to pay 6, and then the next turn, you're going to cast a bunch of spells on it that give it +1/+1 counters. So it's going to have like 20 +1/+1 counters, and you're just going to keep casting spells on it. It's just going to keep getting counters, and you're just going to be able to counter their spells. You're going to be able to do a whole bunch of random shit. This card seems broken to me. And we'll see if the... Oh my goodness, full art land. Look at that baby. I have a land that looks just like that. Funny enough. I mean, it's not the same, of course. This is kind of like a redraw of the same kind of land, but it's the Tilted Cups with water pouring out, which is a land that I've seen before. This is... Okay, this makes me even more confused about this card. I don't know what this means. I do not know what this means. We can actually look up the that card right now. The one that we just got. The Versola, the Serpent, or whatever. That's what it's called. Don't diss me. That's what it's called. It's called Versola or the Serpent or whatever. Vera Zol. The Split Current. This is not a foil. It's just a regular one. Right now, it is 23 cents, so it seems like it's probably actually not very good. Yay! I thought it was broken. I'm wrong. It's way too slow. That's the issue. That's literally got to be the issue with it. It's just way too slow. Oh well, it is a rare. So we'll go ahead and stuff it into the old sleeve there. Let's open the next pack. This is the Corset 2020. What did we just open? I didn't even pay attention. What could... Zendikar Rising. Oh, that's right. That's why there were things that were familiar in there, because it's Zendikar again. There are like thousands of planes, but we go to the same 10 like every set. Those are the good ones, okay? All the rest of them are trash tier. They're all like they're just blobs of jelly, and those are not very interesting cards. I don't know why I was looking at the back of that one, but we have an Undead Servant. He is a 3 colorless 1 black mana, so he's 4 altogether. He's a 3/2 creature zombie. The Undead Serpent enters the battle. When Undead Servant enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token for each card named Undead Servant in your graveyard. Now that could be pretty good. Could be. I don't know. I'm going to be honest, but it could be pretty good. Dawning Angel. I feel like I've seen this angel before. I mean, it's a 5 mana, 3/2 flying. When Dawning Angel enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. This is like standard angel. This is regular angel fare. Disenchant. Seems familiar. This isn't even the same set. Okay, so now you understand. Now that you've seen this, you understand. I've seen that one before. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, 4 mana, 3 colorless, 1 black. Creature Human Pirate. When Fathom Fleet Cutthroat enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls if that was dealt damage this turn. Or destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. That seems okay. It's an okay removal card. It just
Slap down, death. 1 colorless, 1 green, Elf Scout with Vigilance. That's an interesting thing to have on a green minion. It's a 2/2. So this would probably go pretty good in an elf deck. Vigilance, I don't think, is something that you see very often in green on elves, particularly. So, probably might want that in your deck, but I don't know. Marauder's Axe. 2 colorless. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Equip for 2. I really don't know how to judge equipment at all, because I never play with equipment. I hate equipment. I don't like it. I don't understand how it works. I don't know how it functions. So it's trash to me. I will literally never play that card, even if it's good, because I just don't know how to use it. I've never played with them, and I never will. Thicket Crasher. 3 colorless, 1 green, for 3. Trample. Other elementals you control have trample. I read that just off of what I'm seeing from the screen. That is impressive, that it's been holding the focus for so long, and it just left. But yeah, it seems okay. It'll go in an elemental deck. I don't know if those exist, but it would go in a pretty good elemental deck. If there's a pretty good elemental deck, it'll be a nice filler card. Destructive Digger. 3 mana, 1 red, 2 colorless. It's a 3/2, and you pay 3 and tap this to sacrifice an artifact or land and draw a card. I'll be honest, that is a very disappointing activated ability. It is just not very strong. It's okay in the late game, mid game, I guess. It feels like there are just better opportunities to do that kind of cycling other than this guy. Convolute. 2 colorless, 1 blue, and just by the color and the name, I'm just going to say it's probably going to counter a spell. And look at the art for that. I mean, it's not even focused, and you can tell. Like, what does that art say? What does that say to you? In your heart of hearts, what does this card mean? Counter target spell unless its controller plays 4. There we go. That's what I thought it was. Murder. This is a very standard card. This is a card that you will see a lot if you play Magic the Gathering. And the reason you'll see it a lot is because it's a good card. Corpse Knight. 1 white, 1 black. A nice Orzhov card. 2/3. Zombie Knight. Again, nice Orzhov card. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. Corpse Knight. Sort of middlingly strong. I think I've actually seen this card before. Although I don't think this is a normal, like, reprinted card. 2 colorless, 1 green. Return target land card from the graveyard to its owner's hand. You gain 6 life. Pulse of Murasa. Probably just, like, a card that's popular enough that it, like, more recently popular enough to get reprinted. And Amphion Eagle. 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue. 3 total. 2/3 flying. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. That is very good. This is a... I don't know. I genuinely don't know what this color combination is called. I'm a little rusty with my guilds at the moment. And we have a Giant Horn Buccaneer. 1 colorless, 2 red. 2/4. That's pretty good. Minotaur Pirate. With haste. Whenever you discard a card, Giant Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's pretty good. Pay 1 colorless, 1 red. Discard a card. Draw a card. Activate this ability only if Giant Buccaneer is attacking. So, again, this synergizes with itself. It seems pretty good. We'll just have to look and... we'll have to search up and see. I have no idea what this is. I do not understand what this is. But it's apparently Mu Yaling Skydancer emblem. I don't know who that is or why they exist. Bloodfell Caves, Rakdos colors. So let's go ahead and search up the Glint Horn Buccaneer. Why do I have all of these cards on my computers? Why am I doing this to myself? I don't need to do this. Let me just move all these off of my computer keyboard so that I'm not trying to type through all of my cards. Glint. Let me just delete all of the words that I've just typed in. Glint Horn Buccaneer. It's not a foil. It's 35 cents. But it's climbing in price, so it could get better. Buy now for 35 cents. Oh, this is literally giving you the best price on the market. So this is the low ball price. I didn't realize that. Oh, this could be really good. Like this could be $2. Someone could buy this for $2. If they really wanted it, they could buy it for $2. This bad boy. And he seems to be going up in price. So that's nice. Now we've got Ikoria. What are the chances that we don't get a single mythic rare in these sets of packs? We've opened what? 3, 4, 5 so far? 5 packs? Oh, that was a bad open. Bad omen with this bad open. We've got a Wingfold Petrian. Pterodon. I was about to say Pterodon, and then I thought about it for a second and was like, no, it's a Pterodon. It is a dinosaur. It is a 6 mana altogether. It's a 5 colorless, 1 blue, 3/6. When Wingfold Pterodon enters the battlefield, with your choice of a flying counter, Wingfold Pterodon enters the battlefield with your choice of a flying counter or a hexproof counter on it. A creature with hexproof can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent controls. That seems pretty flexible, but I don't know if that flexibility is useful at all. 2 colorless, 1 red, 4/2, dinosaur. This is our dinosaur set. Okay? Yay, guys, we got a dinosaur set coming in. I'm very happy about a dinosaur set. It is not at all disappointing and generic and just all kinds of... I'm gonna be honest, I'm not hyped for a dinosaur set. 5 colorless, 1 black, 5/2 flash. When Blitz Leech... Oh, it's called a Blitz Leech, by the way. And it's also a leech. That's the kind of creature it is. It's a leech. I couldn't tell. When Blitz Leech enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Remove all counters from that creature. This guy is actually pretty good as a response card. It has flash, so it can be played on your opponent's turn to just mess with their day and make them cry and make them whine and make them be very upset that they have existed in this world and that you have created this scenario for them. Magic the Gathering just loves the idea of crushing people's dreams. Other people crushing other people's dreams. This is Rumbling Rockslide, 3 mana, or 4 mana total, 3 colorless, 1 red. Sorcery, Rumbling Rockslide deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control, which is... This kind of feels like a generic card, too. I feel like I've seen that card before. Convolute, wow. We haven't seen this card before. Convolute, 2 colorless, 1 blue. Counter target spell unless its controller pays for. Mysterious Egg, 1 colorless, 2. It's a 0/2, 1 colorless. It's an egg. Whenever this creature mutates, put a 1/1 counter on it. I don't know what that means. I've never seen a card that mutates before. But apparently it mutates. Apparently there is a function in this set that says mutate a card. Corpse Churn. This is a reprint. This is a reprint. 1 colorless, 1 swamp. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's just, it's a standard reprint card. Makes sense. Fly catching Graphid, which is an antelope lizard. What the fuck? What the fuck does that mean? Excuse me. What? It's an antelope lizard. 4 colorless, 1 green, 5 total, 3/5. Flycatcher Graphid enters the battlefield with your choice of a vigilance counter or a reach counter. Why the fuck would you give it a vigilance counter? It's a 3/5. Why would you give it a vigilance counter? I just threw all the cards on the ground. I'm so frustrated. This set is balls boring. This is a boring as balls set. This is the gimmick. The gimmick is you can give it reach or vigilance. The gimmick is that you can give it hex proof or flying. Why the fuck would you give it vigilance? Why the fuck would you give it flying? Give it hexproof. Give it reach. These are way better abilities in most circumstances. Okay. These cards are probably all mixed up because I dropped them. We've got a Pacifism. Pacifism is just a normal, generic card. This is a reprint, of course. 1 colorless, 1 white. Enchant creature can't attack or block. That's what Pacifism does. It's always done that, and it always will. If they change that, then that would be confusing. Wingspan Mentor, 2 colorless, 1 blue. Human wizard creature. 1/3 for 3. When Wingspan Mentor enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on target non-human creature. Aha! This is where the counters come into play, because you can put it on other creatures now. Pay 2 colorless, 1 blue, and tap this creature. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with flying. That seems okay. This seems alright. This is aight. Skull Prophet, which is a black and a green. This is, I think, Golgari is what it's called. 3/1 for 2. And it also has tap to add a swamp or a... What? This is a guild gate as well? This is a creature and a guild gate. And it also has the tap ability of put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. This is nuts! Like, that does not sound insane if you don't know Magic the Gathering, but this is an insane card for Magic the Gathering. This is nuts, okay? I'm going to try to use my hand more. This hand more to express. This is crazy. This is a crazy card. Don't underestimate the ability of this card. Channeling Force. I feel like I've seen this card before somehow, but I don't think that I have. I mean, it's red and it's blue. It's a red-blue card with red-blue background. I mean... That's just kind of like how red-blue do. 2 colorless, 1 blue, 1 red. It's an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard X cards. Target player draws X cards. Channeling Force deals X damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Now that's nice. That's a lot of damage that you could do, potentially. So let's say you discard 4 cards. You would draw 4 and deal 4. So this is damage and cycling, which obviously makes sense because it's red and blue. What the fuck is this thing? This thing, what? Look at the mana cost on that baby. This is a 3 color mana cost card. 2 green, 3 blue, 2 red. Genesis Ultimatum. Sorcery. This is a hype card, okay? I'm hyped already for this card after just reading the title of it and looking at the mana cost. This has got to be a good card, right? This one has to be a good card. It's just a rare, but it's got to be a good card, right? Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put any number of permanent cards among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your hand. Exile Genesis Ultimatum. Top 5. Put any... That's a little disappointing, I'm gonna say. I thought this was gonna be OP. I thought this was gonna be like, you win game over, other opponent lose, death. But I mean, it seems okay. It seems like a pretty good card. I mean, it's a pretty good card anyways if you're able to cast it. If you're able to cast it is always the question there. Unbreakable Bond, 4 colorless, 1 swamp. This is our shiny boy. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter on it. And then we've got another mountain. And we've got a companion. What? Companions? What is happening to Magic the Gathering? Stop adding... This is like feature creep. We were talking about feature creep before I left Magic the Gathering for a while. I was talking about, oh yeah, there are a lot of features in Magic, and you kind of have to learn what's going on. This is excessive. There's like 20 different features being added in each set. I'm joking, like I'm exaggerating, of course, but that's a lot. We should actually search up the price of this card. Genesis Ultimatum. Bad boy. Genesis. Not Gem. Genesis. How do you spell Genesis? Let me just look at the card. Genesis. Ultimatum. What set is this? Extended art. Oh, so it's not extended art. So it's just layer of Biphomus. It's not foil. 49 cents. $1. Yeah. Again, pretty disappointing. A pretty disappointing card overall. I was hyped when I read it, and then I read further and was like, yeah, seems pretty disappointing. Alright, now we've got Unbreakable Bond. Unbreakable Bonds foil. Which has what? It just seems like it's not been on sale for very long, because this is a new set. That's right. You can buy it for 12 cents. We're not even gonna sleeve that bad boy. Okay, that bad boy is not worth a sleeve. Doesn't make any sense to put it in the sleeve. Okay. Last but not least, hopefully. What? 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 What is... I just opened this bad boy, and look at what's on front. What? Why is this on front? Why is this the front card? I'm not fucking with you. It's all backward. It's all backwards. Did Target fuck me? Are these resealed? What the fuck's going on? I feel like it's not supposed to be like this. Like, I feel like I've never seen a pack that opens like this. This is fucked. I bet you that bad boys are rare. Yep, there we go. This whole thing is literally just backwards. It's backwards. It's totally backwards. Crash through. Let's just not read any. Let's just not give this pack the time of day, okay? Because this is obviously, there's some shit wrong with this pack. I'll read it later. This is the only thing that we're concerned about at the moment, is our rare, the rare that we got. We did not get any mythic rares this opening. See the Truth, 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 blue. Sorcery, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of those cards in your hand, and the rest at the bottom of your library, in any order. If the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards into your hand instead. Which is odd. It's an odd card, but that could happen. You could potentially do that. So this synergizes with some cards, but I don't know if it's really that good. We'll see the truth by seeing the truth of the price of this card. Let's go ahead and see the truth. Core sets 2021. It's not foil. 25 cents. That's beautiful. That's what we like to see, bad boys. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yep. So that poll was pretty disastrous. It was not very good. Let's look at the sets that we're going to be opening when I actually stream an opening. So we're going to be streaming opening of Unstable Pacts. I don't know what year this is. These were printed. I don't remember. But yeah, we're going to be opening 4 Unstable Pacts. We're going to be opening this. I have no idea where this came from. This is not even like a pack of any kind. This came out of like one of those boxes. No guarantee that there's literally anything good in it. Like, it could just all be commons. It could be like mostly mana in here. But I mean, it would be interesting to open this because it's a mystery box like no other. And then we also have some War of the Spark sets. War of the Spark packs. So 3 of those, 4 of those, and the mystery bundle. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you then. I'm going to stream late again, probably. Anyways, and by late again, I mean, this is just a recording. I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I'm going to stream next time I do a pack opening, and that's going to be tomorrow. So if you're seeing this when it's uploaded, it's probably just going to be out today, later today. So anyways, good night, and have a good restful sleep, and see the truth in the cards.